Bertemu kembali. Selain peserta WEOY, Alumni WEOY sebelum ini turut sama hadir memeriahkan malam anugerah. Antara mereka adalah Pengarah Urusan Kumpulan Eversendai, Tan Sri Ekinathan. Saksikan temubual bersama Rizal Zulkapli.
Dan di Monte Carlo dalam WEOY 2014 kita juga ada alumni EOY yang turut berkongsikan pendapat dan juga pandangan mereka tentang keusahawanan bersama dengan usahawan-usahawan baru dan juga usahawan-usahawan muda. Dan bersama saya ketika ini adalah Tan Sri Ekinathan daripada Eversendai yang turut berkongsi pandangan dan juga pendapat beliau kepada usahawan muda tentang apakah yang perlu dilakukan untuk menjadi seorang usahawan yang berjaya. Hi Tan Sri, thank you for joining us today.
Most welcome.
Now Tan Sri, maybe you can share with us some of the things that you shared with all the entrepreneurs, the young and new entrepreneurs in the mentoring session just now, and maybe you can share with the Malaysian viewers what are some of the things that it takes to be a really good entrepreneur.
Now, mentoring session is more about sharing my knowledge, my experience, and also the countries where we work. And with all this expertise and experience what I have, I've been able to share with a couple who are from Uruguay, and it's been excellent in the sense of sharing views and exchanging, and end of the day making them understand how to go about expand and develop and grow the business internationally. Now, mentoring, one of the difficult part is we can advise, but it all takes whether the person want to listen or not. So I always believe in sharing, and I've shared what I could today, and I just hope that people who are willing to listen, and if they can make good use of it to make a greater success in their business, I'm ever willing to share, and that's what I'm all about.
Maybe the entrepreneurs in Malaysia would want to know your key formula when it comes to market access, because Eversendai has been doing really well when it comes to market access, penetrating the Middle East and also the Middle East market. What are some of the key strategy for entrepreneurs out there that they have to take into consideration when it comes to expanding their business into other markets?
Now, the most important fundamental is where the core values within the business, and also looking at how one wants to expand and develop and grow the business. Wanting to grow the business and expand overseas is in everybody's wish list, but there are certain fundamental basic approach which we need to take and adhere to. Like each country, wherever we want to expand and grow, are we able to rationalize and understand the norms of doing business in each respective countries, or even looking into what is the way of going about doing business in that particular country? So, and we have to be hands-on. Just depending on people, yes, it's needed, but we have to be really hands-on to make sure that we make a random check, and we are very much down on the ground to look at how the business is developing and growing. Quite a lot of times mistakes are happening because we are not checking, or we are not random checking, or sometimes we are not understanding how to go about to do the business in the respective country. Ultimately, what's important is when we go and venture overseas, we have to make profits. We cannot go and lose money in a foreign country. In actual, what's the point of helping another country? I rather feel, why don't we want to do trial and error? Do it in Malaysia. At least Malaysia gets benefited. So ultimately, my advice is that look into your fundamental core values, be focused, and understand how to go about to do business. Look into every details. Then once you have really understood every detail and the cultural and as well as even the norms of doing business, then you can very well expand and develop and grow the business. I mean, and you also must have the right people to support and also the financial strength. And so if you can one can very well structure that and put it in place. Yeah, the global business arena is wide open and it's very large, and everybody can make a great success, but you got to go for it, and you have to take responsibility, and you have to go into details, and you got to go to the ground. Nothing comes easy. It's a matter of one wants to take it on by themselves and moving forward to make a greater success.
And also recently you got the 580 million ringgit contract which you announced recently. Will you be looking at expanding your workforce, seeing how Ernst & Young Global Job Creation Survey has stated that a lot of the entrepreneurs are planning to looking at expanding their workforce. Will you be looking at that in the near future, or how would Eversendai go about looking at that?
No, definitely. The business what we have gone into is something, it's new, but it fits in within the core business. And we have taken up 200,000 square meters of waterfront land in Russell Khaimah with 550 meters of waterfront. And we are going to create at least about 1,000 to 2,000 job opportunities within that new sector where we are involved with. And it's definitely going to progressively grow year by year. And I am very optimistic that this business is going to propel Eversendai to the next level, and it's really going to fulfill and to fit into my overall target of achieving the 2 billion turnover. And also it's going to improvise on the profits what we are making now. So in total, overall, it's going to be a business which is it would be very much a part of the core business, but it's going to be a business which will support in the overall growth of Eversendai, the group itself, towards the future.
And lastly, maybe you can share with us what the entrepreneurs are talking about right now. When you meet other entrepreneurs, what are some of the concerns, or what are some of the issues that they wish to maybe solve together?
See, the business is becoming much more tougher as we grow. Year by year, it's becoming tougher. But as long as what everybody are saying, or what even the discussions when we have, as long as we are prudent, we are careful, we are going into details, and we are rationalizing, understanding what's happening around the world. And if we can strengthen within ourselves with and equip ourselves with more knowledge, expertise, and with the innovative approach, I think we will be able to deal with whatever it's out there. It is tough, but it is business in which we can definitely make a success as long as we always fall back to the fundamental basic approach which has made us successful. So ultimately it's all about going back to basics, and that's what I believe in.
Thank you very much, Tan Sri.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much. Jadi Tan Sri Ekenaden daripada Eversendai membincangkan tentang perkongsian informasi dan juga maklumat tentang akses pasaran dan juga apakah yang dibincangkan oleh usahawan di WEOY di Monte Carlo 2014 tahun ini. Dan teruskan bersama kami, saya Rizal Zulkapli bersama dengan kameraman ataupun juru kamera Hairul Wildan daripada Monte Carlo.